So, Vontaze Burfict has hardly been Mr. Perfect when it comes to his NFL career. Gets himself, for all intents and purposes, tossed out of the National Football League for the remainder of the season. 3/4 worth of the season for the Oakland Raiders, 12 games. His first year as a Raider, spent the first 7 years as a Cincinnati Bengal. And while this guy has plenty of football skills, when he's not busy being a dirty player, which is just about one too many times, it seems like each and every season this guy gets himself in hot water. And he did it again yesterday. I'm Matt Levine. Welcome to my YouTube station. Please go ahead, subscribe, check out 954sports.com as you see it's scrolling in the green letters. So let's show you, just in case you haven't seen it or you want to see it again. Here's where all the fuss began yesterday in the Indianapolis game against the Raiders. Tight end Jack Doyle. The helmet-to-helmet intentional hit there by 55. Perfect. Luckily for Doyle, he gets up and he's A-OK. Burfict gets thrown out of the game, rightfully so, and that is that.
That's the right call.
League determines today he's gone for the remainder of the season. He's been suspended, fined plenty of times. He's also been suspended a couple of years ago for 4 games for performance-enhancing drugs. Now again, when the guy is not causing trouble as a dirty player, plays the game correctly, he's a pretty good football player. And Vontaze and I share something in common. We're both Sun Devils. That's right. I graduated way before Vontaze. Jake Plummer, Pat Tillman days. Dating myself. But I've been a big supporter of his since way back in 2009 when he went to ASU. You see him there right in the middle, number 7. Was originally supposed to go to USC. Tough upbringing in Southern California. Bad neighborhood. And instead of going to USC, he joined a couple of his buddies in Tempe and became a Sun Devil. Freshman year, great. He was the Pac-10. It'll always be the Pac-10 to me, even though now it's the Pac-12. But then it was the Pac-10, and when I went to school in Tempe, it was the Pac-10 as well. Freshman of the year. His sophomore season in 2010, even better. He was an All-American by the Sporting News on the first team. First player to accomplish that since T-Sizzle, Terrell Suggs, a few years prior. He was the most highly regarded blue chip prospect to ever choose ASU, an Army All-American. So he came into ASU with the huge billing. And his first 2 years, he was tremendous. But there were problems, personal fouls, things off the field. In fact, in 2010, I remember it vividly. Late in the game, a personal foul against a Stanford Cardinal player with ASU leading would give Stanford great field position. They would take the lead on the go-ahead touchdown due to that personal foul. Lost the football game for ASU. Vontaze would have a terrible junior season. Declared himself eligible for the NFL, but there were red flags all over the place. Teams wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Bad combine, not the greatest workout. On ASU's pro day, he was ranked about the 10th best inside linebacker in the draft. So he went undrafted, and the Cincinnati Bengals took a flyer on him. And he had a pretty good career as a Bengal again when he wasn't causing trouble. In fact, if you take a look at these stats, let's do that. 2013, his best season, a Pro Bowler. 114 solo tackles, 3 sacks, an interception, forced fumble. But this other stat here is the troubling one. the one that's helped build his reputation. As he'll forfeit $1.2 million of salary if the suspension holds up for the season. Of course, he's appealing it. But those are all the fines chronologically listed throughout his career. Unbelievable. So all sorts of trouble. In fact, the last time an NFL football player was suspended by the league for multiple games was this guy, Albert Hainsworth, in 2006, an incident with the Dallas Cowboys. Stomped on a lineman's head, caused 30 stitches. I remember head coach Jeff Fisher profusely apologizing to then Dallas Cowboys football coach, head coach, the Hall of Famer Bill Parcells. So again, this is the hit on Doyle yesterday.
And it's different, man. You cannot lead with your helmet, especially for a guy.
Ugly as you get,
on the ground
no
like
place
that.
in football for that garbage.
I know he tried
Period.
to get up, but still, you adjusted.
Thank goodness that Jack Doyle is okay. Could have killed him. Could have paralyzed him. And in this case, there's no doubt about it. The NFL did the right thing. I'm the first to say it when they do the wrong thing, and more often than not over the years, the National Football League has not handled issues well. All types of issues, right? From domestic violence to on the field issues like this, penalties, so on and so forth. But in this case, thumbs up to the National Football League. They do the right thing, protecting the integrity of the sport. A criminal act, for my 2 cents, was done yesterday by Vontaze Burfict. So you do the crime, you do the time, right? And in this case, no doubt about it, in no uncertain terms, the penalty fits the crime. So Vontaze Burfict, it's time for you to grow up. You have a lot of time to think about things. Again, hits like that do not belong in football. They're garbage.